I had somebody at the gas station go, how do I know that works? I'm saving over 90 cents a gallon.
First tube got about 7 extra miles a gallon.
Have you seen the gas prices? Can you wait to see them next week?
Who doesn't want a buck an extra a gallon, you know?
My engine is quiet. It's way more powerful than the 4-cylinder that it is. And I'm always surprised how much gas I have left in the tank when I go to fill up.
60, 70 cents a gallon better.
Oh my gosh, my gas mileage kept getting better, but it went down significantly, you know, the cost of my gas.
Purrs like a kitten.
I'm saving 60 cents per gallon.
I'm saving probably about 70 cents a gallon.
Fuel Truck's awesome because what it does is it gives us a chance to take a product that everybody needs. It's not a luxury product, and so we're saving 40 to 90 cents on every gallon of gas, and we're able to get that into the family car and truck where it belongs.
I've seen other fuel things out there. I've used them. Some were okay, some weren't, and this is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Who do you know would like to save $5 to $15 a tank full?
04 Grand Prix, and my second tank feels like 4.2 miles a gallon. I'm getting ready.
If you can save 60 to 90 cents a gallon.
I'm getting summer mileage in the wintertime, so definitely a benefit.
Which is about 16% more mileage than before.
The star of the show is the product, and the product is XP3. 22 years of history. The benefit to you and me is we don't have to test this product. We don't have to go out and prove that it works. It works. It's been tested. The company that sells the product in the commercial realm sells over $3 billion a year. So we have the benefit of stepping into a new market for us. It's not the commercial market. We are able to take it to the consumer market. Okay, so we start with that tremendous benefit. Well, what is XP3? It's a fuel additive that you place in your fuel tank every time you fill up on your gas. And the product provides everything that's needed to take an already generally efficient concept of burning gasoline in your engine to produce power to drive you down the road and improve its efficiency. So we talk a lot about how much money we can save by using the product, but we also do not damage by using this product. There are other products that have been on the market or are on the market today that use alcohols, that use naphtha and aromatics, which can be very harmful not only to the engine but also to the environment. Our product is 100% biodegradable. When it's 100% biodegradable, that not only means the product itself, but the packaging that it comes in. So where do you use XP3? Well, all of us can understand how we would use it in a car or truck, but think of all the other places where a fuel is being burned, including things that we may not think about offhand, like boilers, motorcycles, snowmobiles, power generators. There are all kinds of applications that go beyond the scope of what we usually think about, which is automobiles. Well, when we talk about the testing that's already been done, we want to give you a little bit of background on that. It is available on the website for those of you who haven't been there to look at it. But as an example, a multinational soft drink company tested out the product. You can understand they've got hundreds of trucks on the road. They want to make sure it works. They're going to write big checks. So what they did was they tested 2 specific units, itemized all of the records for them, and found that they had an average savings of 19.11%. Now imagine yourself running 100 big rigs over the road, and you could, just by adding this product, you could be saving 19.11%. Pretty nice option. Works in your car, works in the trucks. So, some specifics. What does that add up to? Well, just very simply, at the price of diesel fuel when this test was run, it was $1.91. Today, it's in the neighborhood of $3.50. But the savings were $87,000 on the test that they ran, and if you were to run it today under the same circumstances, you'd be at almost $160,000. But I want to call your attention to something. You'll notice what they used in their projection for their gross savings. They used the percent 9.49. That's almost exactly 1/2 of what they actually saved. So they have made an extremely conservative projection by cutting the actual number in half. Now, when you use the product, you not only improve your fuel in terms of your fuel efficiency, oops, what did I do? Okay, thank you. They improve the fuel efficiency, but they also improve the lifetime wear on the engine. And we're not going to go through all the details on it, but here's what their estimation was, is that without using XP3, they were spending $35,000, their overhaul cost was $35,000 a year to overhaul their engines. And when they used XP3, notice down in the lower corner here, and I'm sorry for those of you who are stuck behind the podium, but $58,000 was what their savings was because of the extended life of the engines that was experienced using the XP3. Now, when you run a diesel rig, one of the things you have that we don't see much on an automobile is a fuel filter. And here's a picture of the fuel coming out of the fuel filter at the time of the change. And you see the difference in the color, the dark fuel over here, and notice how clear and clean and crisp this is. And that's because you are getting a very different burn pattern and you don't get the residual stuff that you do not want in your fuel. If you've ever looked at a fuel injector that goes into a truck, here's what they're supposed to look like in an ideal world after a few thousand miles. Here's what they look like if you don't use XP3. This is pretty standard stuff over here, and this is also another savings factor for the people. Well, when we pull up to a gas pump today, maybe you haven't seen this particular sign at your local gas station, but it's probably what you were thinking. And as we move down the road, that's going to become a more common thought entering our minds. We got 254 million vehicles on the road in the United States, and that includes trucks and cars. And so what we are thinking here is that there's just a fantastically large market for us to go to. You know, there are a lot of products that have a very narrow kind of market you sell into. That's not the case with what we have. This is a little reminder of what's happened to the price of gas. And has anybody traveled in Europe in the last year or two? Does $5 a gallon or $7 a gallon sound common? Okay, that's what it is. In Norway, it's $7 a gallon right now. So we've been fortunate to be kind of behind that pricing curve, but it looks like it's going to be changing very soon. I'd like to introduce a couple of people here. You've heard about and met Randy Tynert already, and you'll be meeting Mike Schlegel in a few minutes. But basically, if you look at just the two numbers here, you got 25 years of leadership experience here, you got 30 years down here. We're talking over 50 years of leadership in developing companies, in training management people, and guiding the process through so that you and I don't have to experience the bumps that so often occur. Our mission is very, very simple. It doesn't take a PhD to figure out why we're here. Our goal is to have our product in 1 million tanks across America by 2012. What do you think? Yeah. You on board? Okay.
I have a 1992 Volvo with 307,000 miles on it. And fuel additive, I know that's why I got to 307,000 miles.
First tank of gas, I was very lucky. I picked up about 6 miles to a gallon, and car runs better, starts better, quieter, smoother. In cold weather, it's like starting in the summertime.
I have a 04 Lincoln Town Car VA, and I'm getting over 27 miles a gallon, where before I never got over 23. So this stuff really works. Phenomenal product.
Our sons, our snowmobiles, our four-wheelers, we put it in everything.
Got a 3800 engine there. This will do nothing but help it and help my billfold.
Make money and save money. Less pollution.
I get 2.5 fill-ups a month for free, basically.
I'm driving a 2003 Police Interceptor, and I've noticed an increase in power, which I didn't really need, but also mileage improved, about 4 to 5 miles per gallon.
I'm saving 25% on my gas bill.
Save money on gas, easy to share, not hard to do.
I get about 380 miles per tank.
There's some guys up to saving over $1.
I went from 15 to 23 with a Buick LeSabre, 99 Buick LeSabre with 142,000.
My fuel gauge was dinging, so we're going to find out on our way back. So, hey, where we live, gas went up 10 cents yesterday, so it makes me happy.
The engine run, it puts out more power, better mileage. I'm more than satisfied with the product.
What I like about Fuel Direct is that my car runs better and I get more miles per gallon, so I'm not at the pump filling up as frequently. So it's awesome.
I'm saving about 62 cents a gallon. I put 4,000 miles on my vehicle, had it tuned up, and my oil, I had my oil change at 4,000 miles. It's just like it came out of the can. So it is fantastic.
The only ones that complain about it are those that don't use it.
About 80 cents per mile or per gallon.
Runs better, smoother, quieter.
I get a lot more horsepower in my car.
We're getting about 3 to 4 miles per gallon more. We definitely noticed the performance of the vehicle from the first tank on.
And what threw me over the top on the business was be able to save money on gas, but more importantly, understanding that it's got such an incredible future. As gas prices go up, more and more people are being literally driven out of their homes. And so it excited me to be able to share that opportunity and show people not only how to save some money, but also maybe even make some money, which could definitely change their future.